All right, internet, and or whatever is in the future that replaces the internet. Let's do this. I am Taylor. Welcome. This is my weekly comic book review show. It is September 29th, 2021. In case this somehow survived the impending apocalypse and, you're looking back on the archives of humanity, and if so, man, I feel sorry that this is all that's left because it's not going to be an accurate record of shit. It's all crazy out there, folks. There's COVID, there's horse pills, there's I don't know. That's about it, actually. That's really what's going on in the world. And I got a stack of books. Kind of a light stack for me this week. So let's get into it. Before I do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe bell, hit the notification, all that la-di-la-di-da. It helps the channel. It helps me grow. All right, if I get to 1,000 followers, I'm going to do a fun little giveaway. I'll have some other people on, so you don't have to just look at me. You can look at other friends of mine I've made on this internet thing. And it'll be a blast. I know I'm a ways away. I need 250 more. But every little bit helps. So please do all those things. Oh, and hit the thumbs up on this video too. That helps too, I guess. I don't know. Algorithms and all that stuff. Also, because it is kind of a light week, if you watch this and you see that I missed some stuff and anything worth reading, let me know. If it's crap, I don't care. I don't want to read any more crap. I read enough crap as is. But if it's good, let me know. So, yeah. All right. Worst to best. As always, let's do this. Starting with Unborn #1. Sorry, I got a bit of glare because this is obviously my first rodeo. This is by Frank Gogol and Cantata. I'm not sure the first name. All right. I know the author's had some issues and is canceled. Probably rightfully so. Hasn't done much on Twitter since he made an ass out of himself and apparently he's a drunken racist. Or a sober racist that only acts racist when he's drunk. Whatever. I still read this. Maybe I shouldn't have. Actually, I know I shouldn't have. It's not very good. It was described as Alien meets Power Rangers. And what this book is instead is, yeah, it's Alien meets Power Rangers, but not in a clever way. It's an alien story through and through. Like, it's not even attempting to hide it. There's nothing really original about it. I mean, it's a very basic, very boring alien story. And then you just take the characters and you give them dumb weapons instead of guns. And that's it. I mean, that's it. Like, they have a space axe. And I understand Star Wars has swords and lasers, but it also had blasters. There's no blasters. There's just dumb. God, it rubbed me the wrong way. This was a stupid, stupid book. All right. Yeah, we'll do this one. Amazing Fantasy #3. I probably should just be done with this, but I really like the covers. Like, I love Kari's covers. Like, they're great. And they do the inside work as well. But I don't love the inside work. There's some confusing panels in here. There's a lot of like weird stuff where the characters all kind of look the same. Although his take on a shirtless Captain America is just bizarre to me. And then the plot is also weird. There's Spider-Man and Black Widow and Captain America are all trapped on some island, and they're all pulled from different times, and they all have to fight each other with their factions of people, kind of ish. I know it's a little spoilery, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. And what happens in this issue just doesn't make a lot of sense, really, either. You still don't really know what's going on. I'm probably in it for the long haul at this point because there's only 2 left, and I really like the covers. Like, I really, really like the covers, but I really just don't give a crap about the inside of this book. It's just not doing it for me. Deathstroke Inc. #1. I had higher hopes for this than, well... All right, it's Williamson, who I like generally. And it's Deathstroke, who's an interesting character, and Black Canary, who's can be an interesting character. It's just, there's nothing in this that grabbed me. The art was just kind of a little bit cartoony and awkward. The story itself, I don't know, whatever. There's some new mysterious shadow organization. Never heard that before, right? Trust, I think. I can't. It's a stupid acronym. It stands for something really stupid. Even by stupid DC standards, it's stupid. And I don't. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing here that grabbed me at all. Like, I couldn't really even tell you the plot of the book beyond that. I know they're all on some shadow mission, doing shadowy stuff. And everyone's wondering why Deathstroke and Black Canary are teaming up, and we're all kind of wondering that. And like, it sort of gets explained a little bit. Like, oh, Deathstroke wants to do some good. Super deep. Yeah. Sword #8. This might be my last issue. This book jumps all over the place, and it feels like it's like getting shoehorned into all these events, and they don't really explain the events or don't even mention what it's shoehorned into. And it started off as its own thing with Abigail Brand and like in charge of Sword, and kind of it had an interesting premise for the first few issues. Now it's a Storm book for some reason, and I don't know, it's not bad. The plot is fine. Al Ewing can tell a good rump, as it were, but like I don't like the art in this one either. The Storm's face is very inconsistent through here, and the inking is just all over the place. It goes from like kind of subtle, not subtle, but like sensible at the beginning of the book, and it just gets heavier by the end, and it just sort of feels like it's inked by like a Sharpie marker by the end of this all. And the faces just get really bizarre, especially on the people. I get the aliens and stuff; they're gonna have bizarre faces. It's just not consistent, and the story itself, it's Storm being a badass. I mean, I like that. I like the Storm being a badass and proving her badassery. But I don't get what it has to do with Sword. I really don't. Like, it's sort of just jump from one plot to this without explaining crap. And like, I'm okay for the like. I'm usually along for some rides as long as they're interesting. But man, whatever. This one's probably getting axed. Gun Honey #1 by Alan. Who's this by? I don't care. Do I care? I don't really care. Doesn't really say. No, okay. It's the Final Order cut off cover by Hughes, which I like. And look, you can get in close. I'll never get monetized, but yeah, it's a okay. This reads like the pilot to an old USA spy show, the USA Network, and I don't mean that as a bad thing necessarily. It's fun enough. It's ridiculous and it's over the top, and the main character has secrets and gets in over their head, and yeah, has to get out of it. But you kind of like like White Collar or any of those shows where like someone's pretend to be who they're not, and they have to figure out a clever way to get out of it forever, so they can pretend to be a lawyer for 9 years. It's not quite that. It's not really necessarily that, but it just has that feel. Like I know it's been optioned for something, but like I hope whatever it's optioned, or I hope if it ever gets turned into anything, it's not too serious, because this doesn't seem like it should be that serious. It seems like a B-list thing that could be fun if it's treated like a B-list property, like a B movie or late night movie. They don't really make those anymore, do they? They do. They're all Netflix flicks now, but like. Yeah, it'd make a fun, dumb, stupid Netflix movie. So, crossover number, I don't know, 8? Yeah. This is getting back to the main plot of crossover. It has been a while. There's a recap, kind of, but it's a jackass recap. I'm going to take it out and show you what I mean, just because it's trolling everybody with the recap. It says previously crossover, and then it gives you all this nonsense. So if you really give a crap, you could probably zoom in and read all the crossover. Or, yeah, you could probably read all of it. There's superheroes and villains and colliding with the real world. The big reveal in the last issue is dealt with a little bit in this one. And there's meta commentary. Like, pretty sure Donny Cates wrote himself into this book now, which is a little bit meh. Fourth wall broke, fifth wall broke. There's a lot of walls being broken. I don't know how many comic book walls there are, but they're all broken in this book. It's interesting. It's not bad. I mean, I like this better than the first arc, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. But it's meta. It's finally going somewhere I think kind of interesting, or it has potential to go somewhere interesting. And I like the story within a story, and then the layers of the onion, folks. The onion. It's getting peeled back, kind of. And then they reference other books like Why the Last Man and other stuff. Oh, yeah, there's Savage Dragon. There's other things. It's crossing over, as it were. It's not bad. Berserker. Number 5. This is finally the sort of second arc, I guess. It's okay. Instead of telling the origin story of Berserker, they tell the origin story of Berserker's love. And it's not bad. I like Ron Gardy's art better than I have in the past few issues. It seems still a little like a combination of Romita and Frank Miller. And I like this cover. It seems like a combination of Romita and Frank Miller. It's just, this book needs to pick up some pace and actually start doing some like fun stuff. The first issue is great. And then it's just like, okay, now they're going to go back and tell everything in the past. And there's still that. They're wrapping it in a story device where they're sort of progressing the main plot in like 2 panels. Kind of. But yeah, it explains love and the history of the Berserker. So it's decent. I'll keep it up. I mean, whatever. It's 12 issues. I'm suckered in. It's on my pull list. I'm not going to unpull it. Can you unpull? I don't know. Maybe. Thor number 17. Thor's whiny. He gave up his hammer, and now he's got to meet with the mom and dad and sis. And that's the issue. It's meeting mom, dad, and sis, trying to explain why he's such a screw up, and he blames it on his parents. He's next down the old kid. It's all mom and dad's fault. It's a filler issue. It's not bad for a filler issue. I don't love the art on Bandini. It's a little kind of inconsistent here, but like this book needs to it for a lot. It was started as an action romp, had another sort of arc. Then it's been slow as balls, and it's still slow as balls. It needs to stop with the slow balls and fast pitch or some crap. I think it's going to next issue because not to, I don't want to spoil the end of this one, but I think the next issue, well, it'll probably involve a frog, but whatever. Not bad. It's readable. It's a lot of talky, lot of talky. Robin, what is this? 6. Another Josh Williamson's book. I think, yeah, I like this one better. This is a Fight Club, kind of. Not Fight Club. Mortal Kombat, maybe. Street Fighter, whatever. Robin's on an island. They all fight to the death. There's a lot of characters I don't know, and they all get killed, and then they come back, and they kill each other, and, you know, they're trying to figure out why this island is this, what's up with Lazarus Pits, and, like, what's going on. Robin's becoming slightly less of a jackass in this one, so he's growing as a character. I like his new costume. I actually enjoy some of the new like little side characters and stuff. It's a fun one. I kind of wish Williamson was writing the Titans Academy because that might actually make it readable. I dropped it a while back, but like I think Williamson would be better at that kind of thing than the current author. I know that has nothing to do with Robin, but I'm just kind of rambling, folks. It's what I do. I've been enjoying this series though. It's not fantastic, but it's a fun one. You know, it's like. If you're looking for a middle grade, like, you know, above average, fun superhero book, you could do much worse than Robin. I know, resounding praise. It'll make it on the back cover someday. Okay, here we go. Echo Lands, yeah, number 2, by D.H. whatever, J.H. Williams III and W. Hayden Blackman. There's not first initials that people don't like to use their first names, apparently. And Dave Stewart and Todd Klein. This kind of reads like an illustrated fantasy novel more than it does a comic. It's laid out horizontally, and there are sort of panels. It's just kind of, let me see. I'm going to pull this out for you again, folks. Look at this. You're getting a full service because it's a light week, and I'm feeling generous. Also, a very glossy cover. It's going to be all fingerprinty. So there are panels. This is just a centerfold, but there's also like overarching like things that happen on the pages, and you know, it's fairly. It reads fairly well. There's some panels I could feel like pages where I had to struggle a little bit to like figure out what's going on. It's gorgeous. I mean, the art is fantastic, and art reminds me of like old Bernie Wrightson like Swamp Thing and stuff, and a really well done fantasy art. The story it's a little light, but it is sort of, and it's playing on like fantasy tropes, and not in a horrible way. I'm along for the ride on this one. I like it. I think it's gorgeous. I might suggest waiting for a trade for this, just because. It is a little light on the story, and it's an awkward kind of layout, or not awkward, just not traditional. And I think I might read better as a trade paperback. I'm probably going to keep getting the individual issues. Not sure if I'm going to read them all at once. I might actually like listen to some of my own advice and read it when the arc is done. You read it when you get to the conclusion. Maybe I've got 2 books I'm doing that with, and I'll show you those at the end if I remember. If I'm not, it's Something's Killed the Children and Die. So there you go. Spoilers. I didn't read those. Inferno number 1. This is like Hickman. This is like part of Hickman's grand plan and what he wanted to do before Marvel said, "You can't do that. No one's gonna read that complex nonsense. We need to make things extra stupid and have Hellraiser Ball or whatever the hell that thing was, and make it a dumb thing book with I don't know, whatever." Okay, this like actually is entertaining, and when Hickman is writing the X-Men and able to fill his plan. Which, spoilers, he's not going to be able to. This is going to be like part of it, and like then they're all going to do their own damn thing after this because he's off the books. It's great. Like I like this a lot, and I'm really curious to see what's going to go on here. It's like the X-Men are being jerks, and they're getting called out on it by Mystique, pretty much, and then Moira Taggart's mad because she's got to live through all their stupidity for 45 different lives, and the art by Sheedy is great, and yeah, I really enjoy this one. I liked it quite a bit. I wish there was more of it, but I can see it's like I don't think X-Men really ever had a chance with Hickman because he can do his own stuff, but like if you try to delegate and like tell other people to do like his ground plan and they have to execute it, it's gonna end poorly because he writes these like super complex things that probably require like 45 square feet of flow chart just to understand what the hell's going on and like figure out all the plots, and then you try and hand that off to somebody else that doesn't normally write like that, and it's not gonna work, and it didn't really work. So I understand why he's off the X books. I wish he was still on them, and I just wish they, instead of saying 45 X books, they should just have the Hickman X-Men and then be done with it. Like, I don't. Marvel's and DC both. Their ideas of like having, you need 27 Batman titles, you need 18 X-Men titles, and 11 Spider-Man books. God damn, just give me one good one of each, and that's all I want. You don't need four. I mean, you're gonna make money still. You'll have a better product. People will buy it because it's a better product instead of diluted hot mess. It's just it's all turning into. All right, enough of that. I got 2 more books left. We'll get through it, folks. Department of Truth number, I don't remember reissue numbers, folks. I'm bad at that kind of crap. 13. Another talky book. It's sort of, you learn the backstory of the main character, and it's all truly true because nothing in this book is probably what it seems. And that's kind of the point of this issue. Nothing in this book is what it seems. Gorgeous art by Simmons. I know a lot of people don't love it, but I don't care. I think it's fantastic. Reminds me a lot of like Dave McKean / Sienkiewicz's painted work, and I'm down for it. And the story, it is a lot of exposition. It's like X-Files-y, conspiratorial. We're on this side, we're on this side, we're on this side. No, there's no other real side, but there's a 14th side that comes in. A lot of flippity-floppity back and forthiness. Department of Truth is all lies, folks. The title's ironical or something. But I really like this. I'm down for it. It's another one you maybe want to wait for trades, honestly, because like it probably reads better in a chunk. At least there's no handwritten stupid notes in this one. Thank God, because that's the one thing I did not like. Simmons, if you're writing a note, just write a note, put it in the book. Don't splotch shit all over it. And my last book, the book of the week, Deathstroke number 5. It's the ultimate issue, aka the last issue. I think there might have potential to be more, but like I really enjoyed this 5-issue run of Deathstroke. Mad Cave Comics. It's an adventure book, like chase book. You know, Indiana Jones, Star Wars-y. A little bit Fifth Element-y, like if you like those kind of things, you're probably gonna like Deathstroke. A combination of fantasy and sci-fi. A character you kind of learn to love, who's really not that lovable at first, but kind of Han Solo-ish, kind of douchey but female, and a lot of female protagonists in here that you sort of care about. And bad guys are kind of scary and chasing, and they're all after the big old super item that can end the world, right? So it's not necessarily the plot that's the craziest good part about it. It's just really well executed for what it is. And I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It's not, I don't know, on another week, it maybe not my book of the week, but it was a pretty light week. And I really, like, it's a solid read all the way through. Like, there was not one issue of Deathstroke where I was like, that's kind of weak. It had me from the get-go, and it was nice tight 5 issues. And it was good. There's potential for more, and if there is more, I hope it's well planned out. I think it will be. I think Carollo has a plan and sticks with it. I don't think he's one to like write just fluff just to write it. So there you have it. Those are my books of the week and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's a light week. These are the 2 I did not read. Something's Killed the 20. I think there might be both issue 20. Yeah, they are. Something's Killed the Children and Die number 20, just because I'm not caught up on them. And I was trade waiting. Not really. I was collecting the issues. I'm reading them in chunks. Now that Die is finished, I'll probably catch up on it. I like this black cover. Man, if anybody can get a 9.8 on this, it's going to be a miracle, because it's a tough one. I mean, it's just, yeah. Speaking of, yeah, that's all I got. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here, folks. I'm not going to drag this out, because that's not what I do. Actually, it is what I do. Yeah, please like, subscribe, notification bell. It really does help. It really means a lot. I appreciate it if you make it this far into my videos. And I know not everybody does. My metrics tell me that, and that's okay. But if you did, I'm very appreciative. And if you like my reviews, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell people you hate to watch this, and they'll be like, "Man, I can see why you're so angry. You watch that jackass be angry while he's reading about comics. It must rub off on you." I'm not actually all that angry. Like I said, I just want comics to be good, and most of them aren't. The ones that are, oh, I love the ones that are. All right, that's all. Don't be a dick.